Welcome back to Virtual Systems. This is the second part of the first tutorial of the hotkeys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you will enjoy this. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. And let's get in. Now I want to talk with you about the 5 hotkeys that we have right here in our command screen, which you will see. I will put something for me to see. So we can see we have the move hotkeys, the stop hotkeys, the hold position hotkeys, the patrol hotkeys, and the attack hotkeys. The only one that might change is the patrol, because I put a Q in it, because for me P is to away, and it's important for me, the patrol in the game. So why those are so important? Okay, the movement is not important because by clicking in the map you just move your army or whatever you want. The hold position and the stop are pretty different. For example, the hold does make your units don't move. Whatever it happens, they don't move. They can arrive some enemy and they won't move. They will just attack if the enemy is in the range. They will attack, but they won't move from their position. Even you can see this even by the SCV, because it can't pass through because those are not moving. But if you press S, the units are gonna stay in their position. But if they see something, an enemy for example, they're gonna move. And it's the same example of the SCV. Now it can pass through. This is really helpful for the Protoss or the Terran or whoever that wants to block the ramp, especially the Protoss, that wants to block the ramp from Zerglings, okay? And you want to keep closed, so you cannot use the stop, but you have to use hold. And it won't let the Zergling to go in your base. It's really important. Another thing that is important, but many people don't use it, is the patrol. What is the patrol? As the name, it permits you to make some path in loop, so it will continue in eternity to do this. It will never stop until you tell him to do it or someone kills it. So it will never stop. This might be helpful because if you have to watch this place here and watch this place here, you might want to place an SCV here, or a unit of course, and make this path. So you're gonna see each entrance from your base, for your base. Another thing is the Attak with the hotkey A. The Attak, if you press Attak, I'm gonna press A for Attak, you will see your cursor will change to an aim, okay? So if you do Attak command to a structure or a unit, for example, I'm gonna move it here, those units are gonna attack that unit until they don't die, or the unit doesn't die. This means that you're gonna focus that unit. And what does this affect in battle? If there are other units, you're not gonna attack the others, but only that one unit. And you might lose the battle because you got too much damage and you didn't do the damage you wanted to do because you were just attacking one unit. And also this might be helpful because you have to kill that unit first. So be careful about this. Another thing you want to say, when you do this, as I told you, you just attack the unit. But if you take the attack command and you press it on the ground, now I have no enemies to gain against me, but for example I'm gonna meet that right here is the enemy base. I'm gonna press A and click on the ground. What does happen in this case? Until it doesn't find an enemy, it will just go to this point. But at the time it sees anything that is an enemy, it will attack it. It isn't important if it's a structure or is a unit. It will attack it. Of course, are more important the units that makes you damage than the structures. So if you want to kill a structure, you have to focus it and not the units. This is really important. In all the battles, you start with a command attack, which is A on the ground, so that all your units can attack the whole enemy army. And then with some units that you select differently, you're gonna focus the enemy units you are interested to kill first. But always you're gonna do in a battle your A click. It's called like this: attack and click on the ground, so that all your army is gonna attack your enemies. So now I want to tell you something that for me is really important, and it might be important for you too. So let's go to the options and let's go to the gameplay. Those user interface buttons are so important, some of them. So show others, it might be really helpful, and also all the others I clicked in here. But the most important of them are display build grid, the show others like I said, and this one, enable enemy unit selection. This is really important because when you buy the game and you start to play, I found that it is not selected, and it is really important because you can't know if your enemy is making upgrades or anything else his units add. So it's really important that you click on this. It's so important. The others are not really useful, but are really helpful for me, I think. This one, enable simple command card, I don't like it, and I think it might be a really mistake if you do click on this, if you use this, because it doesn't show you the hotkeys that I shows you. It just shows them after you have clicked on something for make you know that. So if you're interested, use those and you will see those are really helpful. Another thing I didn't tell you about the shift is that it can be used with the abilities of a unit. What does this mean? For example, the Reaper have their KD 8 charge, which are little mines that explodes, right? In some seconds. I'm gonna take one of them and I'm gonna press D, and it shows you the area effect that it can be done. After this, he has to move forward to do it, and so as you see, it explodes. So you can tell the Reaper, for example, to attack a unit after, do the bomb here and return back. This is really helpful for for example, in the Reaper, you want to go to attack his mineral line, so you go up from here because the Reaper has this ability to go on higher ground. You go up here, and so you arrive here. You just press your D in the mineral line for kill the workers, and then with the shift you return back. This always has the same issues of the SCV. They can be interrupted, and so you might lose your units. So paying a little bit more of attention on them might be more efficiency. It's also so important that you move your screen with your mouse and not the keyboard arrows. Now I want to tell you the control functionality. Yeah, there is a control too. So we have this group of unit that right now is in the group 0 and is our army, okay? It's composed about of 17 units, 6 Marines, 6 Reapers, and 6 SCVs. So we want to use the control, but what does the control do? We want to select only one group, or Reaper, or SCVs, or Marines, but all of them. As you can see, if I click just on one Marine, it does select me that Marine. It does happen with the Reaper, and it does happen with each unit you have. So, how do I select all of them? With the control. I have to keep pressing the control and then clicking on Marines, and it will select me the whole Marine from the whole group. It is really helpful if you want to separate some parts of your units for make harassments on other bases and make in the same time your melee attack with the enemy army, so that you can make an economical damage to some other base and also might win your battle. This will in any case help you a lot in multitasking control. This can be used with every unit and every structures. As you can see, I'm gonna select those 3 barracks, the engineering bay, and those 4 depots. I'm gonna put them in the group 9 with control 9, and I want to select only the barracks. So I'm gonna keep pressing control. I'm gonna press on the barrack with my left click, and it selects me only the 3 barracks. Now I want to tell you something about the shift. As I told you at the start, it does have the functionality of add, but I also said remove. Why did I say this? We have to imagine that we have this group of units, but we might want to remove the SCVs from this because those are not effectively in the battle. So how can we do this? With a shift. In this screen panel here, by keeping pressing the shift and clicking on each SCV, it will remove each SCV from the group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we selected only the Marines and the Reapers, but if you see the group 0, which had our previously army, it's anyway in 17, so it has 17 units anyway. So you didn't remove the SCVs from the group, but from your selection. All you have to do now, if you want to remove your SCV from the group, you're just gonna press in Ctrl and recreate your group. And so I'm gonna do. And as you see, it changed to 12, which are the 6 Marines and the 6 Reapers. This is really helpful, especially when you have to scout many bases. You can take the Marines. I'm gonna omit the group 0, now is only Marines, and you want to scout these bases here in the minimap that I will show you. So this and this. So I can take 3 Marines, clicking on the minimap, for example right here, all the units are gonna move there, so I'm gonna keep pressing shift with 1 Marine, so I'm gonna press here and clicking with my right click there in the minimap and repeating it with keep pressing shift, clicking on 1 Marine, and so I will do again in here. I click on the minimap with my right click with the last one I have selected, and so as you see, 1 continued to go here because it didn't have the command to go in this position here where the 2nd Marine went, and the 3rd also didn't have, and so this one didn't have the command to go here where the 3rd were. This is really helpful for go to see many parts of the map that you want to see for scout in the same moment, and this does help a lot with multitasking. Well guys, the video's end. I hope you enjoyed it what I told you, and this is everything you need to know of shift and those clicking hotkeys. I hope it did help you a lot. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, put a like in the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna make another video next this for who doesn't know already this little functionalities for improving the micro. So you might want to hear that one too. Make me know if you like this video. Do comment if you ever understand something. I will, with no problems, answer you, and it will be a pleasure for me to help you. So again, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see in the next game. Bye. Actually, we've got 3 players that have a really nice alright.